Thursday.
Hola.
Goodness, is this thing gonna connect over here? There it goes. I don't do y'all see the little intro thing, you know, the stream about to start? Just let me know.
I'm seeing a commercial right now about some kind of
see,
lotion.
I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if it was better when I let it run a little longer in the front, but you know, you got to get in there because I don't want people that, you know, new people to be like, you know, what's happening and sitting around and getting bored.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, let me know. Hello, everybody. It is Thursday time for some thoughts and Arty Fun because it's Thursday and we do thoughts on Thursday. P has some, and then we have lots of fun things to show you. You guys, I don't know if you've been watching some of the reels, and actually I haven't really posted them as reels more than I have shorts, but if you're watching the shorts over here on the YouTubes, I don't know what's going on. It's like, whatever. Okay. Anyway, so do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you're here. We like to know that you are here because we are a
friendly community.
That too. Community, a little friendly bunch of peoples, especially those of you that are here in the chat already.
Oh, I was supposed to go.
Yeah.
No, you're supposed to go pee.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting to that here in just a second.
Okay.
This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together we are PM Artist Studio. She went a little high on me. All right.
Did I?
A little bit. I don't know if I can do that.
PM Artist Studio.
Well, I don't do that either. Somewhere kind of in between. Oh. Okay. So let's say hello to everyone, and then I'll do kind of announcement business. We've got Art Curious, that's Miriam. Heather's here. Carrie, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo. Darcy, Dawn, Deb C, Eddie, Elizabeth, Ellen, Erna, Gerald, Griffin Shell, that's Rhonda, Isabel, Jennifer, Joanne Parr, Carla, Lee Elks. Oh, my thing moved. I don't know who came in there. Joanne Parr, Carla, Lee Elks, Linda, Lori, Lydia, Marguerite, Maya, Nancy, Paula, Panka, Ricky Nordmeyer. I still have a print for you, Ricky. SAG, that is Sarah, Sue Davis, Susan Billieu, the Shelley Studio, that's Margot, and Tutu Holly, Tammy Odom. If I missed you, just give me an extra little, you know, hello hand. Hello, Carol. Lydia and Sarah. Okay, I think I got everybody. Hello, Maya. Alrighty. So, announcements. Today is April 11th. April 15th, remember, we're going to be doing the interview with Carrie Griffiths. We've already been doing some recon on, you know, some things that we sort of knew, and then some information we had, and updating our little brains on that. And then had a great conversation with Carrie. And then I was like, we need to stop talking so we can have this kind of convo whenever we hang out with all of y'all. There you go. There's that information. I think his videos for the Makers Creative Collab Swap and Make that some of us here, creative content makers, creative creators,
Slap some stuff on a paper.
Yeah, those of us that did a little swap and make, be watching out for their videos. Obviously, I started mine on Monday. I think on Sunday, right? I'm going to do a little bit more just because I want to leave as much time to hang and chat with Carrie on Monday, but I still I would like to keep my project in the month of April. And she's willing to, you know, she's been helping me anyway. So there's that. If you haven't talked to your swap partner, you know, you need to get over there to do that because that's in the Makers of Mixed Media. Good God. Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. My little brain went glitchy there for a second. You'll want to check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. But it is too late to sign up for the April swap and swaps.
Gotta wait till next month.
That's right. But there's other stuff going on. You can take part in the Makers Creative Collab, which is Flip, Fly, Flora, Fauna. So much fun. So many F's. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. There's the collage prompts, which have the Flip, Fly, Flora, Fauna in it, along with Metamorphosis and Balance. I think that's it. Alright, that's all I got. I'm going topside. You want me to topside or just stay, you know, Side by side.
Just say side by side, but don't let me forget Jennifer's card because I want to talk about it.
Hello, Margie. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Carry on.
All right. So, thirsty thoughts. Well, Mariah pointed out this video, and I noticed Eddie had posted it on
And then he said it to...
the Posh Paper Person.
Yes, Posh Paper Lady. I think that's really her thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. And it was funny because he reached out to Darcy and I was like, yeah, I'd watched that too. And then I was actually going to talk to them about it. And then I saw he posted it over there. That was pretty funny.
Well, it is. And, you know, here's the whole thing. It's just like, I don't need people deciding what I'm going to do with my body. Number one, I'm quite capable of that, or incapable as the case may be, but it is my choice. I don't have to watch something if it doesn't appeal to me. I know how to use the remote to change the channel.
Sometimes.
I know how to go someplace else with my mouse on my computer.
True that.
I don't understand why everybody doesn't have that ability.
Well, I think some people just like to, some people just want to say things.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you what I think about those people here. Okay.
Is it same line, kind of along the same lines as what she thought about?
On negative comments. Well, number one, ours have been few and far between, I just don't remember them, and, senility has its upside.
Or I delete them before you see them.
This is probably true. All right, constant source of amusement that Em and I share and laugh about and thank the person responsible.
True.
There are two people that I have in mind here.
These are our two favorites.
These are our two favorites.
When does the art start?
When does the art start? The chatty one.
Yes. Could you please ask the chatty one to stop talking?
And I'm done with butterflies.
Yes, that
and
one.
You're going to know who you are. And you just have to know, if you're going to make those comments, we're going to keep bringing them back around because we think they're hilarious.
We do.
We'd like for you to do some more of those because we're getting a little tired of using those same ones.
We should add to our repertoire.
Repertoire of humorous comments that were meant to be, negative. Number two, comments that denigrate or demean say more about the person delivering them than the person they're directed towards. That's all I've got to say.
Yes.
So here's my reply.
Hi, Veronda.
And I talked to Izzy about this. I'm so sorry. You are obviously having a very bad day. Come here. Let me give you a hug.
Aw.
Or, do you prefer milk or dark chocolate? I'm just saying that for me.
Right.
Miserable people tend to want others to feel as bad as they do, thinking it will make them feel better.
Maybe.
Yeah. I am convinced that is the case. Responding in kind only feeds the fire. Gently immersing them in a lavender-scented bath quells the fire and soothes the spirit.
Oh.
Be the water, not the fire.
Oh, look at that. That was well done.
I know. I just have these moments of...
And y'all just hold on. The art will start here in a minute.
And we don't have any butterflies today.
No, actually we do.
Oh, dear. We do. Yes, we do. Actually, I think it's
the butterflies have revisited in a different form.
I have some death head moths just to kind of balance out.
This is like a metamorphosis in a way because it's cyclical. I love saying that.
Coming around, yeah.
Because our butterflies, they came back in a different form.
Yes, they did. Mm-hmm. They did, and I have a big old mucho grande one.
Yeah, and even other forms of butterfly.
They've grown in size. We fed them well. Mm-hmm. Fat little buggers. Okay.
Yes.
Now we're ready to go topside.
Enough with... Well, Eddie, I don't know if you know this, but Paula has other new bricks, and she saw them, and she goes, when are we getting those bricks? So there'll be more bricks.
And she didn't tell me about
bricks.
She was probably hoping I didn't see them, because I said, I saw some bricks on
she sure did.
On Paula's thing, and I don't think we have those bricks, and I'm wondering why we don't have those bricks.
It's coming.
I can't even do my book that I've been planning like forever unless I have those bricks.
Oh, is that the... There's some funny things in there about building with bricks. And
okay.
That's the piece.
Are we topside yet? We're not, because I'm not seeing it up there yet.
I'm going to do it. I'm doing it now. There we go. So there you go. That was Thursday Thoughts. That's the...
Yes, and I don't know why my thing's not moving along here.
I don't know either.
Because Mariah doesn't always tell me everything I need to know about the live chat. And I can't even get that little booger to work now. Oh well, we'll just have to count on her.
Mm-hmm. You'll be all right.
If there's anything interesting there. Okay, Jennifer, I got your card. And actually, I've had your card for two days.
But then it ended up under a pile. And
No, it didn't. I put it on the cart so I'd remember it. I spun that booger around and didn't. But I want you to look at those beautiful
Hold it up into the technology.
flowers there.
There you go.
And it says, "Darling, you are a work of art."
That's so sweet.
Yes, it is. And she says, "Thank you so much." I don't.
Yes.
That is just a fabulous, fabulous card. And I'm giving it to Mariah because she's the keeper of the cards. God knows they disappear over here.
Yes.
I do eventually find them, but
Yes.
it could be a spell.
A spell.
A spell. Alrighty, so remember when we did these? Okay. Well, we'll talk. All right. So here's the ones that I went chunk chunk
Chunk, chunk.
chunk chunk, and it pulled off a lot of the blue stuff around the edge, which I absolutely love. And I'm just thinking more along
Hi, Barbara.
the lines of collaging rather than just putting down a whole piece of paper.
Oh, you didn't give us the pleasure of seeing you pull that one up after all the build-up. Literally all the build-up.
Well, it wasn't terribly interesting. I mean,
Well, I know, but it was like one of those ones that,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Talked
All
about
right,
a lot.
remember this one. This was the stamp off.
She doesn't know what I'm
Check this one out. I know I really wished I'd called you to do this one, but I already had it done when I called you up here. And I knew you'd get mad at me.
She's like, I'll just talk about that on stream.
But isn't this wonderful?
Well, see, and that was part of the blue stuff that was left on that other one.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
No?
These were separate plates.
Oh,
See,
they
it's
are.
a different color of blue.
Okay, they are.
You can tell that when you really look at them up close. I did condition both of those plates, by the way, because they were in dire need of,
Obviously.
yeah.
And Mo put the leaf stem by Sophia on in there in the chat.
All right. Look at that little...
Eyeballs are by PM Artist Studio, and the rabbits by Paula. The little moths and the butterfly. See more butterflies.
Yeah, here's some Death Head Moss. That's a pretty good one. You can see that one. This one kind of got lost in the shuffle there. But all across the top there's some good
Good grunge.
good grunge. And then here, of course, are those.
Hi, Liz.
And here's the bone black.
And now these are the little chrysanthemum blooms. That's the oldie but goodie but cut up one. And then the newest ones are the dahlias at the top, and then Darcy's new daisy.
Yes, or sunflowers, as the case may be. All right, now you see how wonderful those are, right?
Are sunflowers in the same, like
Family? I think
Family?
so. I believe that they are because they're a single layer of petals around. I absolutely love this thing. I don't know quite how to use it yet, but I will use it because I just think it's
weird and wonderful.
It's just weird and wonderful. I'm definitely using that. And then I thought, well, I need something, and I think these two really go
Sunflowers
well
are shorter.
together.
Yeah.
I think I've got an idea on what to do on this to make it a little more, because this here is just kind of, well, we just lost a lot of stuff there.
Right.
It's blobby. But we know how to fix that. So then I've got this little packet here, and I thought, oh my goodness, I don't know how that happened. I guess that'll be the side I cut off.
Yeah.
That was decided for me. Maybe to gel plate directly on this just to get something up, because this white's just, I don't know, I'm just looking at it and feeling, anxious.
The fear of the white page.
The fear of the white page.
Yeah, just get it goofed
And
up.
I think we ought to just goop it up and gel print it. And I know it's not going to gel print for piddly darn, but I just need to get something on here as a starting place Y'all have that problem?
Sometimes I think people do.
I think so. And I'm not going to cut this off until I do that gel plating on this.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm putting that over there.
Is that going to happen today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're going to start. But I got to talk about my plan here.
The talking ain't over, y'all.
This is Jello, not concrete. Don't forget.
Love this.
I know.
Don't screw it up. So good. Just glue it down.
Just glue it down. Okay, I got a plan for it, and I can show you here what I'm talking about. All right, so this is going to be one side of this print.
Eddie covered his pouches with some tissue gel prints.
Oh, he did.
Is that a video out yet, or did you just show that to me?
All right, so I know you haven't seen this because I just pulled these today from Mariah. This gold stuff, I'm going to work this around the edge because the print doesn't come out to the edge.
I don't know about that.
I know.
I think you should make like the outer part like black or something. The gold's going to get lost, and then
Well, but here's what I thought. If I take and put, I have this planned out here. So
can you bring it to the middle? Can you bring it? Yeah. We would love to know what you're thinking. Visuals are even better. I love you.
Thank you, Mariah. I love you too. Okay, so here we are on the edge here.
Yes.
And I'm going to have Mariah tear that with her dainty little cute little fingers because she does a lot better job of it than I do.
Well, hopefully it's at the...
But she's going to have to be careful because this part down here is going to fit on... Is that how I had it? Yeah. Okay. Here, and then this part is going to fit down here because it's going to overlap this here. So you're going to tear, this is going to be down the middle, and then there's going to be enough here that it's going to cover the space that's not covered by the ones on the side. But this is going to be the very last thing that we do.
Okay.
Because I want to use that gold paper so much. Okay. So here's my thing.
Okay.
All right, so if I bring this down to the bottom, fairly close to the bottom, it's going to fit on here.
Hi, Anina.
And I just think this is such a gorgeous print.
It's so cool. I like all of these in this little series of...
And then on this side, this one. And it pretty much fits top to bottom. So really only think about covering the sides here.
And this is your Maker's Creative Club Flip Fly Flora Fauna.
It is.
It's fabulous.
Look, there's psychedelic mushrooms, which, you know, can be deadly.
Yeah.
Wasps don't sting, they bite you. I watched a whole thing about wasps. Wasps are really important to our ecosystem. And then the death-head moth, and we have loving hands. And, you know, the whole thing with, yeah. So this is going to be this envelope.
Okay.
But I'm going to get some stuff on it also. So we're going to gel plate all of the white envelopes with something. I don't even think it really matters.
I feel like it could.
You feel like it could? Well, so what are you thinking?
I think you should use that yellow because then that way if you have little...
spots that aren't completely covered, it will be a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either that or black, but I think the black's going to get kind of messy and like it won't blend in. It's going to pop out. You know what I mean?
I think you could be absolutely right about that. All right, so here's my other.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome.
You think that I should leave my flap as it is, or should I go ahead and make it what it needs to be right now?
Okay, wait, say that again.
My flap.
Yes.
Do I need to flap it, or do I need to,
Oh.
you know?
Okay.
Should we cut it off?
I think so. Because otherwise it makes it kind of more bulky. And if you don't need it, you don't need it.
Well, I don't really think I need it. I mean, you know.
And it's already quite substantial.
It looks kind of cool.
Well, it's going to look cool anyway, even when you... Or here's the other, actually, this is what I would recommend doing, is just cutting it so you have a strip that does fold over, because that is a nice look. But then it's not so bulky because you don't have the full
I
flap.
agree. All right, I'm taking my big old mamas here and just doing it.
Fantastic. Look at that. That's called compromise. Hi, Trish. How are you? We have missed you as well.
Is she here? How you doing? I'm going to save these pieces because you never know. Okay, so you think I should just go ahead and glue those down right now?
I do. Because,
right.
I mean, otherwise I think they're just going to cause you a problem. And then you'll be sad if you have to, like, cover up something that was kind of cool.
I think you could be right about that.
Plus, gluing things down over it will just make it better and probably cleaner looking.
I think you're right.
All of these things. Flora, fauna, and flaps.
Well, I make sure that you get plenty of glue.
Yes.
If it doesn't squish out, you haven't used enough glue.
That's how she glues.
I
waiting
can feel it, so we're in good shape there.
Art Glitter Glue to reach out to us any day now. We could be their best representatives.
Really, we use a lot of it.
Not we. I
glue,
use the right amount.
I'm going to glue inside of there because it's kind of looking a little bit loose.
Yeah.
And put lots of glue. I believe in gluing cracks too. Because I think somehow or other, if you don't glue the cracks, you know, it's just asking for trouble.
Just asking. Eddie made another pouch and covered it in book pages. Now added gel prints. Very nice. Very nice. Yep, glue your crack.
All right, so there we go.
See, and that looks like a proper, you know, it's kind of proper-like. Later on, when she asked, why is there some weird stuff on my brayer? Y'all remember, it's probably glue.
It's not staying down very much.
Oh, here, you should clamp it for a little bit. Here, use these little booger boos. Or those. Okay.
I've got lots of clothespins over here.
I know. For some reason, we have a lot of them around the house.
Well, they end up here when I bring my snacks
Chips.
upstairs and finish off the bag, and I just clip them onto this hoop-de-doo right here.
Maybe you should take them back downstairs.
I know, I've got a whole
Yeah.
line full up there. All right, well, while that's, you know, maturing, I don't know what that little piece over there is all about.
Eddie's been hitting the gel medium pretty hard.
He has?
It's like it's going out of style. How about that for some tips and tricks? Clothespin.
All right, there you go. Clothespins come in mighty handy.
It ain't fancy.
Ain't fancy, but it works. All righty, here we go. We're just going to get after it. Have we decided what color? Did anybody suggest any colors?
Mariah did. She said
Mariah did.
yellow, and I speak for the group.
Absolutely. Give those thumbsy-upsies. You should have done that right after I finished my thoughts because they were so freaking brilliant.
Well, I forgot to say thumbsy upsies, y'all. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you aren't sure, that's fine. Hang out for a minute, you know, chit-chat with the folks here. If you have access to the chat, that means you are in the live stream. If you do not have access to the chat, that means it's in the replay, which is totally fine. You can still like, subscribe, and ring the bells and do all that business. And we are edging closer and closer to the 9,000 subscriber mark. We're just about 300 away, which is pretty darn exciting. And at the current speed of things, it's probably going to be about 4 to 5 months before we hit 10. But, you know.
All right, we're going to have some, I'm just going to grab some colors here that I think are going to be really splendiferous together. And we're just going to squish them around.
That's right, Eddie. A like is the best way to support a channel, and it's free.
This umber is a little on the,
It's kind of dry.
yeah.
I mean, it looks dry even from over here.
Poopy consistency. Let's see if we can't get something out here that's gonna loosen that dude up.
I'm working on it. I mean, seriously, that's what I'm kind of hoping with those little shorts. Some of them have been doing pretty well, which is helping kind of spin up things. Because we were in a little bit of a lull. But yes, sharing the videos helps.
Venetian red.
And when y'all do that,
oh yeah, that's what paint's supposed to look like. This other stuff looks like ant poop.
Ant poop.
You know how it come when they're digging holes and it's
pooping out.
Pooping out.
Is that what it really does, or do they spit it out?
I don't know how it happens.
I don't either.
They just, you know, use their little legs and push it out.
Eddie.
That's what I think. I don't know.
They want us to do one of those trending dance videos, and Deb would like us to be wearing tap shoes, I think, is what she's...
Tap shoes?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't have any of those.
It's not really. I think our tapping days are over. I told Izzy I don't really jump much anymore either. I don't like how it feels. It's
don't like
judgy.
What? Judgy?
It feels like the universe, the weight of the world is judging me. Hi, Kathy. And hello, Dana.
Mariah did have tap shoes at one point in time, and my God, she drove us all freaking crazy with them. I was so happy when she outgrew them. But boy, let me tell you what, she didn't give them up easily. She crippled around with them.
I did.
Crippled around with those two short shoes for I don't know how long before she finally just had to give them up.
I did love them. They were patent leather.
Here's my torn off piece of... I just ripped that dude right off there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I loved those shoes so much, and I drove.
Oh my gosh! Look how cool that looks.
So this isn't yellow.
It isn't yellow.
I feel like we had a conversation.
Good call.
And then all of a sudden, things went brown.
Good call, Mariah. It ain't yellow.
It ain't. That is not yellow. That is burnt sienna and ant poop brown.
Umber.
And it seems like it was probably the burnt umber since it was so well done.
It was charcoal.
Oh, that Ellen still has hers. Oh, this one I'm sure tossed mine out. Even though she didn't like toss a lot of things. She got rid of them tap shoes.
Okay. Well, this is really just not picking up anything here. But I knew that these envelopes weren't going to print like, you know,
right,
pristinely. Simply because. All right, well let's go with I've got quite a bit of this yellow washout. Let's see if we can't loosen this up.
Oh, Joni, hello.
Get some.
Oh, Marguerite's granddaughter teaches tap. Well, that's fun.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you need to loosen it up. I think it looks fabulous on the backside. I mean, I don't know if it goes with the whole theme of the other stuff, but...
I know, but I got some ideas here.
Okay.
You just hang in there, Susie.
All right. I was thinking if you would have called me Shirley, we could have had like a little moment like on an airplane, you know? I can't remember the exact thing, like, you know, don't call me Shirley. Because he says something about Shirley something. He says, don't call me Shirley. I think something like that. I don't really remember it, but
one of you. All right, well, we're going to go for, I don't know what we're, see, I'm staying away from these because they're open. Mm-hmm. And they'll be, you know, sticky like for 3 hours.
We won't be able to deal with that today.
So, I guess we'll just go ahead and go with our poop brown and burn umber.
Mm-hmm.
bringing a little more burnt umber back into the ball game here.
Just bringing the umber back.
Oh.
Oh. Look at you, little
A
horseshoe
little
trinket.
Semi-annular.
When do you know a gel plate needs conditioning? From our friend Jennifer here. So it gets to the point where paint isn't coming off very well.
Or your paper sticking.
Or your paper's sticking too well. Paint isn't coming off and your paper's staying on.
Yeah. Then you know
Yeah.
it's time to bust out the oil.
Yeah.
And it's really, you know, it's not a big deal.
But the thing is that, you know, especially if you're, you know, depending on what you're doing, you just don't want to have that unknown, because it could be the most wonderful print you've ever made. And then all of a sudden, the plate
it
just keeps part of it.
And the thing about it is, it's something that you have to determine and figure out. Because a lot of times I will just keep using my plate and using it and using it and using it. It just builds up and builds up and have all kinds of really great stuff on there. But the thing is I know when enough's enough, and I know that I need to pull it off. Because if I don't pull it off, I'm going to start creating problems for myself rather than having a good, you know, working surface. And you figure that stuff out over time.
Basically, Jennifer, you just kind of want to, there are kind of a couple ways to go about it. Like, if you store yours and you put paper on it and everything, what you do is oil it up pretty good and then just put the paper on it. It kind of absorbs what isn't going to stick into the plate, and then it is nice and conditioned. If you don't store them that way and you just want to condition your plate, then you kind of rub it all over and then wipe off, you know, you want it just, you don't want it like a, you know,
Oil slick.
like an oil slick. There we go.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Because that will create some problems also. Okay, look at that. That's looking really good. Just need to get some more on this side. This paint that I'm using right here dries really quickly. And I think it's that high mineral content, high pigment in this paint. The emulsifiers are present.
on.
Alright, I'm liking that.
Oh, yes. I still don't really see the vision of how it goes with the other stuff, but if you're happy, I'm happy. Yeah, no.
Alright, so I really don't want to start. Yeah, I will start on this side.
Yeah, it looks like bark.
Kind of does. Or, you know,
It's kind of topographic.
what you call those? Old paint. You know, the horse.
What? What?
Paint.
Old horse.
Paint. Horse. Paint. Horse.
Yes, keep saying it. It's gonna go. It's gonna.
It's a type of old paint, you know.
Oh.
Describes the coloration of the horse. Okay, this is a little bit yellow.
How are you talking, like, you know, like palominos
Old
or?
paint, yeah. It isn't a palomino. Palomino is, yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. A kind of horse.
Okay.
Horse. I don't like that.
I do now know. Pinto.
Pinto.
Well done, Devin. She's always
Oh.
great. She gets you.
Thank you. For
She
saving
can
me.
read Izzy's writing too. She's got that. She's keyed in. Appaloosa. Roan. Paint equals spotted. Yes.
Now see? That's looking kind of cool.
Well, hold the print over it. I still don't. You have not sold me on this.
What?
I mean, I think it looks fabulous. I don't know how this and then the prints that you plan on putting over it
You don't know how they're going to work together.
Right, and then once again, you're kind of doing some cool stuff here, but you're just going to cover it all up. That seems a
Well,
little...
we're not going to cover it all.
Not nonsensical, but whatever. And she's not very equine knowledgeable.
No.
Devin was saying that.
I'm not. That's not my area of expertise.
Appa.
And really where I need to be concentrating is on the edges. 'Cause that's where, you know, the possible
I'm working on that one. Anyway.
problemos can occur.
Problemos.
But not really, because we're lapping the gold over. I don't know. I might just tear those prints up and just put them on here sporadically, because I'm loving this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just really loving it.
Do you really love
Now,
it?
this is not quite so pronounced. So maybe we will go with, this is kind of greeny. I don't really want that. This is kind of in between.
You needed more. There you go.
Y'all do need to. I've been working on. Well,
Bye, Carrie. Thanks for hanging.
Instructed me very. I mean, and she would come and look. I know she wasn't trusting I was going to do what I needed to do.
Who is this?
Your the things I was working on for you, Carrie's tags that go on the book. See, that looks cool.
I trusted you. You told me to come look at them, so I came and looked at them. I approved it. I approved it. I let you continue. Did not take them away and say, that's not what I was thinking.
Well, I spent a lot of time on them, and I used the gel plate a lot.
She did.
Not for gel plating.
I did think about taking them away from you just for the simple fact that maybe you could utilize your time doing some other things that I had suggested. But, you know, we knew how that was going to go anyway. Hi, Fran.
Is that Fran on the edge?
It is Fran on the edge.
Oh my gosh,
We miss you, Fran.
glue is just not.
Not gluing? Oh, it isn't. Look at that. Doesn't like that gesso. She's painting
Well,
pouches.
you can always give it another glue. And this is one of the reasons that I do the gesso. Because if you don't, you will have a soggy mass of paper here. Mm-hmm. Because this paper doesn't hold up well to...
Well, I think it's meant to break down.
Oh.
Yeah. It's part of its biodegradableness. Oh, she's been going out and about and drawing and painting in cafes. Wow. Hello, Jen Wren. The envelopes are made out of Amazon packaging, right?
The paper ones.
Right, yeah. The crafty, you know, which I think are meant to be more biodegradable.
I like them a lot better than the
Hi,
plastic
Veronica.
foamy ones. The
Hi,
plastic
Susanna.
foamy ones are kind of hard to work with. I mean, I have.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people...
I made those ones at one time out of the plastic foamy ones.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is unless you treat your surfaces, the paint kind of peels off.
That's probably why y'all didn't see it.
You know, I don't know. I really wasn't, you know, terribly upset about it because it did look kind of cool because it was rustic, a rustic theme anyway.
Where is that thing? Where is this thing that you're talking about? I don't remember it.
It's when we first made, remember the weird circle thing? I don't know what I did with it. I mean, I don't know where it is.
Oh, and then you ended up making the little kind of pouchy envelope thing out of the florist stuff.
I don't know if that was the same or not. Could be.
Could be.
Okay, that's in the process of drying. I'm going to give this one another little coat of the yellow stuff here. Kind of bring it into the...
Oh, that sounds lovely, Fran.
What?
She says she's just back from a trip to Stansted, Abbots. I drew canal boots and visited her aunt.
Oh.
I know, Trish. Are you getting all the spots?
I think so.
Okay.
I love this side.
I
think
love
this
that
looks
side
really
too.
Good. And it is kind of on the dampy side, so
Might need a minute.
well, we'll let those kind of, you know, whatever there, and while we decide what we're going to do here, because we're going to have to do something to get this
Got
off
a
of
pyramid going on there.
here. Okay.
In a sandstorm. Did you hear me?
What?
Pyramid in a sandstorm.
Oh, on the plate. I was trying to figure out what you talked about. Pyramid. It's a pyramid. I don't know what it's...
I'm just gonna ignore her.
I'm missing something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Sophia.
I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to do it anyway.
Her hearing's better, but I still am, lacking
this
on.
ear is still
funky.
and it's eustachian tube. It's not the inner ear.
Right.
It's the inside of my head.
I know that's right.
I don't know what's going to happen here, but it'll be good.
If you set yourself up for success, it'll happen.
I have to disperse my extra paint over here artistically.
Yes.
Because I've noticed that is a big factor in
Yeah, it's usability.
Usability is right. About all I'm going to get out of that, I think.
Just wipe it.
Now we're going to have a little bit of mixing and whatever here, no doubt. But that's all right. We don't care.
Lee Elks says, trust the process, P.
Trust the process.
How about that for this one? That gold is gorgeous. That's the fine, isn't it?
Yes.
It's some fine gold.
It is some fine gold. And that's really nice. We're going to do that again. And all of these pieces will be used. It's best to crumple it up and get your crumple going before you...
I think I have one. Yes, I have a little. I had some snuffy business this morning. Sophia and them have head colds too. Yeah.
I always tend to use too much.
Hi, Charlotte. Oh, yes, those of you that are coming in, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. We love it when you give the thumbsy upsies and all of that YouTubey business. You can subscribe and do that down below. It's all very free. and super supportive and very much appreciated.
Uncrinkling my paper before I get my gold braid out here because I have a better chance of getting some, interesting.
Right, timing.
Yes, all about timing.
Uh-huh.
You can't lollygag on the gold.
No. And we decided, didn't we figure this out after the stream or... Anyway, there was something about, she's like, her timing's been a little bit different. Well, I think because she spent a good day or two utilizing the open paints, it has thrown off her usual, don't lollygag business.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with this or what.
All right, we're getting a good cover there. And what we're preparing here is we're preparing a lovely long pull situation.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be with a with a stencil.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is true too, Yuta. Very true.
Isn't that cool looking? And I mean, it's remarkable. They do look very similar.
Well,
I think I can get one more.
Sophia, we have done, our favorite was actually I think, did Becky send us multiple tracing papers? Or did she just sent us the one? I had ordered some, and I didn't want to order the one because I had to get it from the other place that I had to pay shipping. So she sent me some.
Yes.
And that is the best tracing paper, which I think comes from Blick, if I remember correctly.
I think so.
It's Becky here. Becky.
Becky? Oh, crap. I forgot to
Sugar biscuit.
crinkle my
Crackle.
crackle.
That isn't, Moses, that is not the same kind of tracing paper. Okay, so we don't know anything about Swedish tracing paper. Can we get it on Amazon? Or Blick? I really don't want to order anything from Blick because I always feel obligated to order the amount to get free shipping.
All right, I'm making other crackles out here because I was listening to Mariah talk and I needed to be paying attention to my crackling here. There's going to be some big wrinkles out there.
Oh, it might have been from Michael's. Perfect, Sarah. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, we've got some kind of big things out there, but I think that's okay.
Ooh.
We can,
Oh. That's a good call, Mo. Okay. I gotta remember where that stuff is.
What?
Mo thinks that Ann Lover may have sent us some way back in the day.
She made what?
The Swedish paper. The dressmaking kind of, it's...
Oh, yeah. I think she even actually sent us some. I have some somewhere. I was saving it.
Saving it.
I'm saving it for a special occasion.
Well, there you go.
Well, there we go. That's kind of poopy.
Yes, Yolanda. Yep. It was the Michaels.
But that's okay. I think that we can, I think we can
I love her too,
work
Mo.
with that. We'll just make it I'll wait till it dries and then I'll re-crinkle it.
Yes.
It'll be a double crinkle. We've not done double crinkle.
It's kind of like double baked potatoes or, those ones,
Twice baked, yeah.
Well, there we go. Twice baked.
Yeah.
Double baked.
Those.
Means the same thing.
All right.
Something happens more than
that's
once.
sopping wet right now, so we need to let that have a bit of a dry off. But I think it's going to be, it's probably going to be the best one in the bunch. Y'all know that. All right, this is pretty much dry. Let's see what it looks like on this side. Well, it has a lot of the red stuff on there.
It's double rainbow.
So, what?
Just asking for a friend. Is this amount of gel printing and whatnot, is this part of the show today? Or was this, I know, but like, do you have enough of those, or are we could be making more? Are we moving along? I just want to keep you on your, I know you had things kind of thought out a little bit.
I do.
Okay.
But I was waiting for my envelopes to dry, and they're kind of
I know, but
squishy.
Oh, we're waiting for those to dry?
Because I can't, it's going to be kind of, I mean.
You want me to put the ring on them?
Oh, God, no.
It's not serious enough.
What? They're even wet on the inside.
Maybe you should pop them open to get more air in there.
Tell Izzy to come up here.
Yes.
Ever do it.
On goal.
Trying. I really, I really didn't plan
This is
on
the Arty workout part of the
putting
video.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, you need to blow some air in there.
Okay, well, I'm just going to set this over here like this. It's kind of like a tinted hat.
Yeah, you need to tint it. Uh-huh.
Okay, here. Yeah,
Hi,
got
Glenda.
something over there to stick that thing on.
Sure. Okay, why do some of these... There's a necklace that is pokey, and it's making me angry.
Yeah, I know. It's probably why I gave it to you.
Probably.
All right, this one is really wet. This is the one that's covered with the paper.
Okay, hold on. I got a situation that's making me angry. And then...
And I really, I shoulda, woulda, coulda stayed away from the inside edges because it oozed down in there, and it's quite,
a situation...
Oh, here, I'll set this on the,
I need to deal with that situation, because that thing's pokey.
Okay. Now, here's the other thing that I would like to do.
Okay.
Oh, man, this is...
I don't think this is as wet as you think that it is, but
It's dampy in the seams, Mariah.
dampy in the seams, she says.
And I don't know that necessarily makes the glue stick better.
No, probably not.
It's
kind of like your magnet situation in your...
Okay, all right, well, let's just go to plan B here. We'll just do some fun stuff while we're waiting for that to...
I swear,
well, what we need to do is we need to get something on here so that it can be drying.
The bane of making, streaming and making videos is
Well, I thought long and hard about that.
things drying.
I thought it was important to show that step.
I like it. It was very entertaining. It was. I'm not being... She thinks I'm being insincere.
I know that you are.
I am not.
Now, here's the other thing we needed to talk about. See, on the biggin, which I haven't done anything to the biggin yet.
Yep.
Maybe we should just carry on and do that. Muy grande. Maybe I'll just do this.
I think you need to do that one on your own. It doesn't really fit even in the area.
I don't know. I'm going to have to clean off some more stuff here because I can't even get it. What I probably will do is I'll probably do the inside of it so that it... Because this is the biggest plate that I've got.
I think you need to... Don't go in the middle and then work around. I don't think that... Well, I mean... It could come out patchworky, which would look cool, kind of cool if you moved it around then. So put it in the center, but then block, and then you'll have some overlay.
Well, I think that's brilliant. And then when you were saying that, what I was thinking was use my smaller gel plates to do a little patchwork,
Yeah.
here, there, and yon. It'll take
Hi,
longer.
Diane.
All right, I'm not doing that right now because I don't feel like doing that right now. I don't want to do that right now.
No, and I think we've made the you've shown the process of that, and
Yeah. All right, I have to unmarry wallpaper, Eddie's wallpaper.
Hey, he did a video on the wallpaper. It was really cool, some of the different layers that you created with that wallpaper stencil. Oh, here's a funny story, y'all. So Izzy took a bath upstairs here. Usually she takes one downstairs in our bathroom. But she was getting ready in there, and I said, oh, is there any shampoo and conditioner? Because really nobody uses the bathtub for that. She says, no, but there's a stencil in here. We just thought that was hilarious.
In her bathtub.
Yeah.
Okay, we're using Van Dyke Brown because I really want to emphasize the lines via the shapes of this stencil.
Now this is the big crackle, or the desert cracks. Oh, and then Brad was telling me one of our exclusives, I think, went to Gen Pop today.
Was what?
Hold on, I'll tell you. Oh, Zone Spiral. Now available.
All right.
Zone Spiral.
Now, this is already dry, so I don't even need to worry about flip-flopping it because it isn't going anywhere.
No flopping.
No flopping. Okay, so let's turn it over. See that?
Ooh, fancy. And now your papers will go with your pouches, if you use that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I love this. So what are we going to put down on this to make this come up the color that I really want it to? I think we're just going to go with old buttermilk, aka toasted marshmallow,
Vanilla
ice cream. You know, one of those. This one happens to be toasted marshmallow.
It's cream colored. Okay, it's this stupid, you know, this has a little lobster claw thing. And the latch of that digs into the back of my neck.
Well, honey, you're just so sensitive.
I am. And that thing is poop. Especially, I don't know, is that really true? Yeah, that's true. Because you hung the one little dangle thing there. I don't know. I have some questions. Hello, Belinda. Was he in need of a pedicure?
I think this is going to be a really pretty.
Ooh. Fancy.
See, it has just enough gold hither and yon. That I think it's going to be quite nice.
Oh, yes. I am very sensitive to the tag situation.
Very sensitive to what?
Tags in shirts. In fact...
Oh, yeah, I cut them all out.
Yeah. I mean, I go down to the...
That is still wet.
Don't even leave part of it there.
Jeez, Louise.
I was a big fan. Now, here's one thing that I don't really care for. It's kind of a plus and a minus sort of thing. I liked it when they went to the printed, like they just print the information on the shirt, but it wears off. And sometimes I like to know this stuff.
It rolls up and gets kind of...
Yeah, and I also kind of like to remember what size something was, especially if I really liked it. But thankfully, these days, if you order everything from Amazon, they know your entire history. And they even recommend, hey, you've purchased this thing in this size, so this probably will be the size you want. I like that.
I really love this stencil, if y'all haven't figured that out by now. Because it simulates exactly what I want to happen. Now, we've done it where we put down the crackle, then we put this on top. Let's... Stuck to my...
Yeah, you did.
Briar off. Now, what I want to do is I want to put the crackle on top of this. I want to put the paint down. Then put the crackle on top of it. And we're going to use a really dark paint. And we're not going to use that one that was really, you know, looked like ant droppings.
Ant droppings.
Ant droppings. But I do want something. Oh, what about Naples yellow? That's not dark. I do love Naples yellow a lot. Where's my... Let's open. Okay, here's... Oh, that wasn't screwed on good.
Here's some little information. Y'all may already know this.
Oh my gosh, this is seconds?
Yeah.
This from Golden?
Yeah. Careful.
Burnt sienna.
Is it open?
It was kind of.
No.
Oh, still great. Okay.
I think there's more of those. So in our big 10,000 giveaway, I think there was one more of those big ones like that. Then we have 3 or 4 of the little Indian yellow, but those are all, I think those are open.
They're all open.
Yeah.
Which is really nice because I didn't have any of that in open.
Okay, so speaking to the tag situation, something that I have figured out, like, just, you know, in like last year. Some of y'all may already know this, but that's fine. So, shirts like, you know, the turtlenecks are actually a lot of shirts that I have purchased from Amazon, which come from China. They do put the tags in the side. And I'm like, how do I know which side, especially like if they're turtleneck kind of shirts, how do I know what's the front and back? Well, they seem to, and I figured this out with pants too, that they put the tags on the left side. So you know what's front and back. Y'all may have already known that.
There you go.
It took me
all
a while.
of this information that you know, just dying to know.
Yeah.
It's going to change your life.
Hi, Sharon.
As you know
Hi,
it.
Jackie. Yeah. Is that something that, like, I just have been missing out
now,
on?
I could do this while the stencil's still down here, but the reason I'm not going to is because I don't think I'm going to be able to get down into
Right.
the cracky part
Right.
quite as well. So we're going to pull it up. You know, I don't know if this is going to make a whole hill of beans difference. But you never know till you try.
That's exactly right. You just don't know until you know. You know.
You know.
It is a super skill, Deb, because sometimes, like most times I can tell. But there are some garments that are a little questionable.
Now look at that. Okay, this is different.
This is different.
I mean, this really is different. Whole different effect.
So you put the crack down. That is the desert cracks. Then you crackle the cracks.
Yeah.
And that's what you call a double-baked crackle business.
And then you have this also, which now I can straighten this out and go ahead and print this again. And I want to make sure that's dry. So I'm just going to put that aside for a minute.
Diane knows the front of her shirt because there's paint splatters on it.
Because of what?
There are paint splatters on the front of it.
Oh, so she always knows.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm pulling this a little early.
Yes, you are.
But we've got some interesting stuff happening here. It would not otherwise happen. And one of the things that is lovely about your wet strength tissue, you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even try this with some of the other stuff.
No, it won't handle it. Rhonda has a paint smock, but it works best when warm. Tips and tricks, y'all.
Yeah. Well, you put it on the back of your chair, and you know, if you get really wild, it'll cover up your chair so you don't get paint.
Chair's
on your
very
chair.
clean.
Isn't that wonderful? Okay, I'm going to get the plate out of the way so I can put this down flat, and you can really appreciate how really wonderful
Okay.
it is.
They're giving some loves. It is quite lovely. Well done, and done in one stream.
Yes.
That's a
Can
record.
You see the shimmer?
Yes. That also is some double baked crack business.
Plus, we cleaned off the plate. Well, the plate was I conditioned it, so I knew that it was going to be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just think that this is my favorite so far. Now we have to do something with this to get it into our range of, you know, shiny stuff.
Mm-hmm. Here.
And you just kind of press it out. Okay, Mariah's handing me some stuff here. Oh.
Now, I'm pretty
This
sure.
is a Glimmer Mist by Shattered.
Oh, don't. I don't know that that's true.
No?
No,
Is it a mix?
it's sort of a mix.
I don't think it's probably that color anymore, but it looks
No.
like it's got a bit
It's
of a
close.
glimmer. It's a limited edition.
Yeah, it's close. There were some alterations.
Alterations. All right, so
Hi, Jeanette.
let's look at this. This is pearly. I think I'm going with the yellow.
Well,
More yellow.
Well, the more yellow is really just shimmery.
Well, I think that maybe is what I'm wanting.
Okay, or I can give you some yellow to put with the just more shimmery, and then you'll have kind of both situations.
All right, so you're saying that this stuff sprays on?
It should. I mean, ideally. Some don't. Some require just
It smells
pouring.
really nice.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's
Kinda
also
perfumey, in fact.
really.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I find that surprising.
Glad I didn't change my paper.
Yeah.
Well, it certainly helped ironing out the wrinkles.
Diane says glimmer mists were one of the very first pearl sprays. And now if you wanted more yellow in there, you could even come back in from the backside.
With one of my
Washouts, or if you want...
I'm really liking the effect of it.
Uh-huh.
And I did not want to cover up my cracks, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that worked splendiferously.
Some people like to show their crack.
I'll just put this over here because it was going to
He's one of those people.
require a bit of... All right, this is ready for its second round of crinkle.
Because here, I have this, which I'm a little sad, like, oh my god, and it goes with today's stream. Now,
What?
this is something you wouldn't be able to get, and I'm actually a little bit, like, leery of saying anything about it, but it is so fantastic. And it's called Double Yellow for our, you know, everything getting doubled up, but...
Mr. Yellow.
Double Mr. Huey's. Where
Okay,
did
I
you
don't
go,
think I need
Mr.
that right
Huey's?
now. But yeah, okay. All right, here's our wadded up paper that's been painted. It acts slightly different, you will notice.
Me too, Eddie.
Slightly different from just your regular paper. Yeah. But you can see that it has the ridges and grooves and whatnot. It's just they're a little bit more pronounced.
Peas pouches for the hashtag FlipFlyFloraFauna, also known as the Makers Creative Collab April edition. This is her project. She's got 3 pouches and a whole lot of goldy papers that she wants to be putting on them pouches once they dry. And the other one gets, you know, treated.
Okay.
That was a very good summary, wasn't it?
It was. It was lovely. Now, I've got to be really ready here. So, just give me a minute.
Okay.
I've got my brayer thing down. Now, I have to think about, I probably have to wait for this to dry.
Okay.
So, here is my question. Do I want to go dark?
Usually you do.
Dark on this.
Yes, you do. If you wanted to go with the other stuff.
And then come back. Make sure that those little choppers, you know, the streaks that I had going on there, I want to make sure that they're good and crinkled up because I don't want those to stand out.
Diane would like to know, what are the pouches for? Just things.
Stuff.
You know, art stuff. She's going to stuff them somewhere.
Leftovers. Save them for later.
Save them for art things. Save them for later.
You know, that kind of thing. Okay, now we're not going to go completely dark here. Although I could. I was thinking more along the lines of...
Yeah. Pouches for your pleasure.
Oh, Izzy, you and your egg.
You better be careful. She sees that egg just being thrown. You
Alright,
will hurt her little soul.
Okay, transparent brown oxide. That's really what I wanted, but I don't want it in open.
Yeah, Eddie's pouches he
But
made
I don't
so
know
he can take them out and about and be fancy,
Oh, yeah?
like a little clutch.
Oh. Well, when we go on the road, I'll be able to put important
Travel
things
pouches.
in my travel pouches and pull them out and astound everybody right away, you know, instead of waiting for,
Ask me about my pouches.
yeah, it gives you instant creds.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait around for something to happen that's phenomenal. You just arrive with it.
You just
what I'm
present your
saying.
pouches.
Arrive with your pouches and they sort of, you know.
Pouches out, y'all.
Set the stage. All right, we're dealing with open paint here. Just letting you know.
Oh.
So we can probably get a lot of mileage out of this. One little thing here. Oh, just love this transparent blah, 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 blah.
Oh, no crackle stencil over it? Okay.
No, we're just going to go in straight here.
Okay.
Now, I might put a stencil down on top of it.
I think it probably is. I mean, I don't know that, but it seems that Diane has Googled it and probably, you know, with warning. Okay. A little nervous about this. I think he went in a little heavy. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty.
I know, but look what we have left over here. Isn't this wonderful?
A different level of crackle.
A different level of crackle. And we're just going to go with this straight on. And then when this dries, we can crackle this and do it like we did here. Because once
That
this
really is pretty.
dries and I push it out, you're going to be able to see, push it out so that you can see the wrinkles are going to be more evident.
More evident.
Pronounced. This is why I end up, and the other day I was at the doctor's office and I looked at my arm. It had pain on it.
I don't think he was concerned about that.
I don't think he did either, especially since we explained.
Hello, Jessie. Welcome.
Well, it looks totally different than the others, and we'll compare and contrast them momentarily.
Okay. It's like gold leather. It's like leather from the 70s. Pleather. You know. Or lame. Is it lame?
Lame.
Lame that hasn't held up well. Hello, Dee Dee.
I mean, look at it. Can you see the little bits of gold that are out there? I mean, it's not like
we're crackling.
Knock you over evident that there's something out there. But I think that here's the goal. It's like Mariah said, you always need twice as much paper as you think that you're going to need when you start these kind of projects. So the fact that, you know, I have more of these, now that I can sort of cover my pouch with the crackle papers, then come in with my printed papers and just isolate pieces and
collage it in.
Collage it in. That's what I'm thinking.
I think that's a better use of it, because if you just glue it down straight, like, it's gonna, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not as interesting. And certainly, I think, especially for a pouch, it's just gonna be a better design to kind of, and what would be really neat is if you kind of came in, now, bear with me here.
I'm listening to you, though. I may not do it, but I'm listening.
What would be kind of cool is, like, bringing it in. I mean, I'm thinking about, you know, remember how I used to do some of the, like, card envelopes and stuff, and I would, like, you know, take from the flap of the envelope and then bring it back and around and down and around to the front
so that it has
part.
Lots of movement.
It does, and, you know, it takes you from the flap to the back, you know.
Well, I might need, yeah. That's not my natural go-to, what she just said there.
I mean, it wouldn't be a proper pouch PM project if M was not involved somehow.
Absolutely would not. Absolutely would not. Okay.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's so sweet, Dee Dee.
I'm loving that. What I'm thinking is I need to get some gold on these things.
We have some of Sophia's, because I know, I think it might have even been in your stream that I saw Sophia's stamps, and we have those now available, too. That's her Dahlia one, along with Darcy's.
Because
Daisy.
I think what Mariah said is true. And I think if I get some gold crackle onto these, before we start, you know, stripping them and taking, dismantling, discombobulating each of these prints, it's a lot easier to get that on now. So that they will have a relationship, I knew that was going to happen, to the gold crackles. It won't just be, oh, that's not good.
No, I think that you need to lay down the gold stuff first. And then these pieces that you have need to be fussy cut or torn or whatever. If you want me to fussy cut them, I will. Because I think that they will be the better collage pieces if that is done. They will have more like...
Here's the problem. These you can fussy cut. Because they're just isolated flowers.
Right. But I don't...
What are you going to do on this?
Kind of pick out clusters of things and do them in different... Yeah, like around there. Boop, 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 boop. Make sure that, you know, you include all the little yummy little red stuff. And
make
then
sure that you include all the yummy little red stuff, because I'll be really irked if you don't.
Oh, I know that's right.
Now this one's going to be really hard because there's a lot of overlapping, and I don't know how that's going to manifest. I'm not totally taken with that one.
Yeah.
Now this definitely torn, and
yes, I think and that would probably be like a better first layer when you're collaging in, because they don't need to be prominent because they already look like they're kind of further in the back anyhow.
Okay. Well, and then I just really love this one.
Oh, it does have a kimono look to it. It did. I know you like that. I don't know that you want to utilize that one for your pouches. It doesn't go. It's the one-off. You should just save it. You can put it inside the pouch.
I know, but I have...
You can save it in the big one.
I have these that go with this.
Well, I get that, but what you could even do with those, if you want them to go with the rest of that stuff, is spray them with the gold and yellow and such. Or even red. You could make some of those red, and those would be kind of interesting. Just a few of them. Now, the eyes might be kind of weird if you made those red. But, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Seems about right. What do you think about that?
I'm thinking about it.
Well, you've got 40 minutes to do something. But your pouches, I think, are still drying. Unless you wanted to start kind of gluing down some of the gold. I don't know how entertaining that is.
Well,
some
of my gold needs to dry.
Okay.
This is still sticky.
Yeah, and I think that you do want it to kind of fully dry, because otherwise what you're going to do is basically activate what's happening there, and then it's just going to get smushy. And really, you want that crackle to dry and set. So that way, when you do glue it down, it doesn't smush. And just blur, basically.
Okay, so I'm going to
humor me.
I'm going to humor you. I don't know if I'm going to be happy with it, but it's just paper. What the hell?
I think you could replicate that.
I think that I can.
At this point. Now, sometimes you get enough layers on something, you're like, whoa.
Okay, so I want to make sure that I'm using the red. Actually, I've got both reds here, so it's not going to make a hill of beans. This, I think, is the golden.
Yes.
Alizarin.
Yes, I think so.
And then this was.
Yes.
Pyrrole.
Definitely.
And this is really opaque, so I'm thinking I'm going to stay away from that.
Yeah, and the red that's actually on the prints was the crazy mix that was also with the texture paste.
That is exactly right. It was. Okay, so here is Naphtha Red Light. And I think this is going to be in the tomatoey vein of things, but you can see it's really transparent.
And once it's next to the purplish color, it's already going to pick up and darken just visually.
Yes, we are thinking that is going to be the case. And I'm going to try something else since Mariah's got me going on this. I'm following her lead here, so if it looks like crap, we'll look at her real mean.
Y'all can put the emojis in the chat or in the comment section below. That's some good coverage you got there.
I know, isn't it? It's really doing a splendiferous job of...
I'm a little worried, but coming in from the front. Okay. Yeah, she did. Oh. That's pretty cool. Well done. Oh, Oh, and they kind of, oh, well, because, yeah, of course they would transfer slightly. Because they're acrylic paint. They're not stamped like ink. So, yeah, that would make sense why they would transfer.
Okay, well, I like it. I'm happy about that. I think that that's going to go really good with this one.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
What?
Well, Dee Dee had some very nice, so she says, well, let me find it earlier there. Stopping by for a quick minute to say how much I love Devin's stencils. Thank you for producing them, M&P. And then Jackie said, Mariah, thanks for helping with my order, to add to Dee Dee's comment. And the personal customer attention can't be beat. CMR in the studio.
Okay, I'm gonna squirt out. I don't have a lot of this. But
Oh, Charlotte, you should show those in Makers.
just a little squeeze
I
of the
kinda like that
pearly stuff out here.
Oh.
Look at that giant.
Yeah, and I've noticed that the ones that you've been setting out there, they're no longer there. So I'm like, okay, well, where did they go? Which means they've just fallen down into the little, you know.
Oh no, I put them in their
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Huh. You're quick. I hadn't noticed that.
in their little jar.
Okay. Hi, Estella. Oh, that's fun. Oh, yes, you must show those in Makers. Yeah, Eddie says, please post the eyeballs. Oh, and I missed that, but thank you. So Dee Dee also said that the stencils hold up really well. They do. Gotta kind of take care of them, but
don't pull them off and
Yeah.
just yank them.
this one over here gets a little Yankee with her ands and her punctuation.
Well, that's over the top of the black. I kind of like it.
And you know what? It actually kind of meets up with the purpley color and the
doesn't.
brownish, you know, the stuff you got going on the pouches. So yeah, I think you're hitting the color marks just fine.
Going to be some interesting stuff there.
Mhm.
Okay. So what do we have left?
Testimonial Thursday.
Testimonial Thursday.
Mhm.
All right, we need something kind of.
I was wondering if maybe I was going to say anything.
I
Of course you
don't
would.
have alizarin
I like
in
it.
this. No, that's quinacridone. Dadgummit. I don't have any alizarin
In what?
in the fluid or
Oh.
the high flow. But let's see if we cannot.
Now, you got some Amsterdams over here, and you also have some, you know, now that's kind of, that's permanent rose, but this is carmine, pyrrole, good God, it's a red situation.
I know you would think that we would have something here. That
You would think.
You would think.
Okay, what about cadmium?
I don't think so.
Here, look, though.
Well, it's definitely, yeah, okay.
And it's going to be a little lighter in pigment simply because it is the Galleria. One thing to kind of keep in mind between like the, you know, artists or artists versus like student grade or professional or expert or whatever their, you know, kind of highest tier of the paint brand, they will be more pigmented. The more student grade type, or like the Galleria, which is their student grade, tends to be less pigmented. So you're going to have a little bit more transparency just
It smells nice.
automatically. Well, it's new paint, not old paint. Old paint smells terrible.
Okay, I think that's going to be sufficiently,
Thinned out, broidered out. my red are red. That isn't red enough. Oh, that's funny.
I kind of missed some of the edges up there. Let's see if we can pick up
Remedy
some
that. Well done.
paint over here. Well, kind of, because it's...
Had transfer there too, which is interesting. Oh, were these the charcoal ones?
No.
Okay.
No, these were,
Or was that just left behind on the plate? But there's some blooms in black on your plate.
well, what you're seeing there is on the...
Oh!
Yeah.
Trickery!
Sorry.
It was just lined up perfectly, so I thought
I told you that was going to be an issue.
Eddie says that the pebeo, there we go. It's been a while since I had to say it all three ways. High viscosity paints have an interesting smell that he has not identified yet. Help, chat. What's that smell?
It does have a smell that I'm not sure about. All right, can you take these back?
Is it the Dyna ones or just, which one did he say? The high viscosity. High viscosity. I'm sniffing paint. This is not the, oh, these are the high viscosity ones.
And here's another red. It's a pinker red. And I'm just thinking that maybe that's what I need. Well, I'm kind of out of papers too.
Does have a, yeah, witchcraft.
Are you sniffing?
I am totally sniffing. Hey, look.
All right, I don't know what this is because I can't read it.
Oh, here, let me read. Oh, that's the, I think that's the carmine or the cadmium.
Yeah, maybe so.
Here, hold on, I'll read it for you. It is terribly difficult.
Well, number one, it's really small.
It is. Carmine.
Yes, this is a pinkier red. See that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Eddie, but yeah, you're right. Like, it's an interesting, it's a little bit different than some of these other ones.
I don't know that I want all of my leaves to be red.
Okay.
I just want some of them to be red.
Yeah.
And then I want some of my death moths to be red. And was this the little one? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Jenny June. Got 30 minutes. 27 to be exact. She's redding things up.
Making them look slightly different.
Yeah, that's a good observation or a, thing. What I'm trying to say here. Layering on the different reds is going to make them a little more interesting versus just, a flat color across them. That's funny. Darcy's dad said that if he didn't know that Darcy was usually watching, crafting, he would think that P was making lasagna. That's funny.
Okay, that's nice.
Oh, that could be it. Some paints use barium sulfate as a filler. That could be the smell.
That could be the smell.
That could be the smell. I don't know if it's a sulfate smell though. The sulfate, the sulfurs, the sulfa stuff. I think. I don't know if all those things are same. Yeah. Now, careful. I guess that's the same one you were using earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that one of the washes, or is that...
That's one of the washes.
Okay.
I think that's going to be quite nice. I actually like that. For, you know, just a piece that's going to be interesting.
Uh-huh. Oh, I don't know that you want to...
You don't think I should do that to this?
What are my feelings on that? Yes. Yes.
Rather than having it just white?
Yeah, because otherwise it's going to be...
So, do I use this one? Or do I use the yellow? I really kind of like this one.
Because the yellow's going to really, like, going to make it too zingy.
It's just, yeah.
That is true. Yes. Thank you for saying that, Darcy. Don't ask where to buy the washes. There are one-of-kind mixes that are subject to change often. Midstream, even.
Depends on what I'm going out of, and I've noticed that.
Yeah.
And see, I really honestly
What did you notice, though?
I really think that this is a better. A plus on the pouches, because remember the two pouches that we've done something to have this color in there. And none of them have very much white showing anymore. And if it is, it's an accident.
Yeah, it'll be remedied.
Yeah.
But you were saying something about you were going out of, or what are you running out of?
I'm running out of the transparent yellow iron. I'm sorry.
Iron?
Iron.
It's in the iron.
I'm running out of it. So what I will do is I will wash out my jar.
Yeah.
And then put the rest over into.
And then put the bottle into the recycle bin.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Well, either that or I've got quite a few little ones that are just have a tiny little bit in them, like these reds.
Yeah. You just put them all together?
Yeah. But it's still got a little bit in it, and I do have a backup of that one, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I was looking in the drawer. There wasn't one over here.
No, I have one on the other side.
I like that very much. It was a good call. If you would have gone with the yellow, it would have been too wowsy.
Pardon me.
For sure.
All right, let's get all of them out here. This is interesting stuff here.
See that later. I'll be in the next stream.
Oh, and remember, I have another one up there that.
That one kind of turned out a little pinky.
I know, but I still like it.
Okay.
Because I've got some pink death heads.
Yes.
I've got some tomatoey red.
Yeah, and if you mix in enough of them, it does make sense. And especially if we kind of break them up and then repeat them. If you were doing big chunks of them, it wouldn't make as much sense.
And look at, this is really nice because it brings in that darker, that black line is now kind of brownish.
Yes, which almost the burnt umber color.
Yes. And then we have this, which is in the ballpark of, you know, all of this. And I don't know that we're going to use this or this.
Oh, no, you said they're going to go onto the pouches. So the things that she was working on earlier, those are pouches that are just going to hold other fun, arty stuff. And this is all collage material or parts that will be going over those gold paper. So the gold papers, the crackles and all that are going to be in the background. And then these pieces that were just done with the red are going to be cut up, fussy cut, or torn into collage pieces then to overlay on top of the gold crackly business that has been glued down to the pouches.
All right, now you need to, that I think it looks really cool.
Well, you're going to have to, like...
I can't hold that up.
Well, I guess what I could do is put you on a background and you're like, and I'll trim you out, but here, hold on. Well, leave that alone for a second, please. One moment, please. I have to
Get a little bit more of that in there and less of that white edge.
Okay, we'll get it laid out the way you want. And get the little hamburger or the little hot dog out of the corner, because that makes me crazy.
That?
Mm-hmm. There you go. Maybe throw some stamps in the middle of that. Although your head's going to basically be over there.
All right, so I've moved it over ever so slightly. Is
I
that
love
better?
It. Yeah, I love it. Okay, stop touching it for a minute and get your hand out of the way. Thank you. Fantastic. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to P-cam you, and I want you to look excited and scared or whatever little faces you want to do. Is that the one? Or maybe look down, don't look out of the frame. There you go. Or it's going to be in your background, so you should be like, ah. I don't know if that's a very good one, but... Good gosh. All right. Well, we still have, like, 20 minutes if you want to,
I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Well, we can call it early. I'm totally fine with that. Got plenty of things to do. I'm sure these lovely folks will understand. And
I hear, hey, how are the pouches? Can we bring the pouch in to see,
Oh, you want to hold up the pouches?
Even though
yeah,
we spent that time doing the backgrounds and we're now going to come in and cover most of it up, the whole thing is when you're dealing with this tissue paper, it shows through anyway. Especially on ones that are, like, say, this one.
Right.
When you glue it down, you're going to see some of that underneath stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
here's the thing. Even once you glue it down, now you do have to be a little bit careful, because if you are utilizing certain matte mediums, I was going to say, usually you can come back and color it. But you got to be careful about that, because with the tissue, that may not always be true, because kind of once you've sealed it in, that sort of milky whiteness of the wet strength tissue is going to show. You'll still be able to see through it some.
And the thing about it is when you're, a lot of times I go into this and I'm thinking, well, whatever I do, if I don't like it, I can always come in and do some pencil work. Well, in order to do pencil work, I've got to cover it with the textured gesso, and that takes all of the shine.
All that shininess will
out
just
of the
go
gold.
away.
So that's really,
But you could do spot treatments of.
I could do spot treatments.
So there you go.
And certainly, within the. I love these. I think this is one of my favorites. And when I did them, I was thinking I was kind of, stupid. I don't know why.
I know you were not like into this whole idea, but sometimes I have some good ones every once in a while.
And I like them. And I like that they're pinky.
Yeah.
And I may just need to do some more of those.
Oh, good gosh.
And I can do. That's easy to do. That's easy to replicate.
Yes, that's not a
Now,
super
something
layered.
like this one over here, I'm going to have to use these very judiciously because, replication on this.
No, but you did that with, okay, really quick, just review of that one, is bone black straight onto the gel plate.
This is true.
It's open. So one of the reasons it has that kind of ripply look to it, I don't know that it comes off in the camera so much here, but it is there. There's a rippliness to it. Then what happened is she used the stamps to then remove the ink, the paint. God, when I say stamp, my brain goes ink.
To
remove paint.
The paint from the plate.
And then those were stamped over there on those other tissue.
Which are, what did I do?
Kind of the ones in the background there.
Here.
Those.
Yes.
So,
see, these here
boom.
came over here.
Yes.
And what I noticed here, see this one? I kind of wiggled a little bit. Almost, I like that.
Well, it opened it up more.
It opened it up more.
Sometimes a wiggle and a jiggle and a slide on your stamp isn't such a bad thing.
Maybe it isn't such a bad thing.
Rhonda says you could restamp those in metallic. Maybe we could even bring in some of the like the embossing powders and stuff. Add another level of just what's it on there.
Yeah.
That might be fun. Okay, well.
The pouches are progressing.
Progressing pouches.
And I hope that this was instructive in the sense that, you know, if something doesn't go just exactly like you want it to, just do another layer. I think that I love it. It's still kind of sticky. Sticky.
Okay. Well, there we go. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us once again here on a Thursday. We had some great thoughts and certainly had some Arty fun, so mission accomplished. Thank you for those who have come in and done those thumbsy upsies, but if you did, just kind of bop in here. This is the end, unfortunately. Do stay, come back around, watch the replay, do all that YouTube-y business, leave those comments, and share with your friends. We'll see you guys back here on Sunday. Bye.
Bye.